All right. What's up, loyalty family? So today we just looked at the charts. Today we we pretty much looked for our strategies. So we're just looking to see what our strategies look like in real time. So what are the strategies, you ask? We're gonna put this on to the side right here. So this is the strategy: the engulfing bars, the elephant bars, Maruzubu. How do you say that? How do you say that? All right, this is the strategy, bowl. Okay, so we're looking for the elephant bars, the tail bars. That's pretty much when we trade from the tail. Shooting star and a hammer. The color change. And 20 and 200 and 220 moving average. All right, this is what we are looking for. So today we just looked at our stuff and see if we can identify, because I think we need to know what we're looking at before we even can do what we think we can do. So yeah. So with that being said, we gonna look on each two. We are in a 2 minute time frame, 2 minute window. Where we got some green ones and we got some red ones. So let's see if we can find any. All right. Got change right here. Color change, wick. Color change. Boom. Took out the low, took out their color, boom. So we're going down, elephant bar. Place your stop sign, your stop loss. Let's see if you would have played, sure the ones you would have played on. All right, boom. Elephant bar. Okay. So now we're looking up in here. And one thing else, from narrow to wide, that's our other strategy. Narrow to wide. Right now let's go. Matter of fact, it's today. So, okay, so we see. All right, so now we're going to go to our flex grid and see what it brought for us today. What today brought. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see if we can spot. Let's see if we can spot the buys. Elephant bar near the 20, elephant bar. So we wouldn't have bought down here. Nope. Okay. We don't buy down here. You know what? I'm gonna add another one. Let me see a simple. You know what? Nah. No, we're not gonna add no another one. All right, so it's the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour window, and with those, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, boom. So, all right, boom. All right, but looking in the time in a 2 minute window. Looking in a 2 minute window, let's see. Yeah. All right, let's see. Near the 20. So anything near the 20. Right now it's consolidating. Consolidating. Boom. Little run. Little run up. All right, so we can go back out. Let's go back out to the big bar. We're gonna put it on 5 minutes. All right, so we got okay, green, elephant, doji, elephant. Put your stop loss right here. All right. All right. Let's just take it AG. Let's look at the next one. All right. Let's see what this one brought today. Okay. Buy. This one was a buy. Okay, on the 20. This would have been the best one to buy. Stop loss. Place your stop loss. Elephant bar. We would have bought into this elephant bar. Boom. Boom. Okay. False breakout. Continue to go. Let's go up. All right. And you can see it in all time frames. Boom. Boom. Bye. Boom. It's still going. Okay. So I probably would have took profit. I don't know. Let it run. All right. All right. Let's look at the next one. All right. So catch it from the morning. All right. Elephant bar. Good elephant bar. Okay, boom. So if you would have got knocked out the trade if you would have set the stop loss. However, this was the real one right here because we're on the 20. So boom. But it don't say no confirmation to sell. So I still probably wouldn't have bought it right there. Okay. Now, right here, let me see. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Put 3 minutes. All right, so let's see. When would have been a good time to buy? Color change. Okay, so anywhere. Okay, boom. Mm. Trying to see what we would have bought. Elephant bar. Elephant bar. All right, let's look at the next stock. On 20. Color change. Stop loss. Definitely. Doji stops elephant bar. So boom. Stop loss. Uh, 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 uh. All right. All right. We just looking, trying to identify some of our what we gonna be doing. And I'm a firm believer because I've never really done this. Just sit back and just look at the charts. So just sit back looking at the charts. All right, fastly. Okay. Let's look at some of the boom. Color change. Color change. Yep. Wick stop loss. Let's look at the only. So let's see how it look on all frames. So we said right here, stop loss, but let's say we just missed the first trade. So we gonna go boom, boom, stop loss, color change. All right, and it was all time frames: the 4-hour, the 30-minute, and the 15-minute. We just gonna look. We just looking. Boom, fall, boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. All right, let's see if you can identify some of these. Let's go back to the strategy. Let's go back to the strategy. All right, so engulfing bars. You look at the tail bars and the color change. Boom, boom. Color change. Color change. We took out that bar. All right. Everything's close to the 220. Well, the 20. All right, so this is what we're looking at. Matter of fact, scroll down. That's the strategy, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, engulfing, color change. I don't really see no wicks, no tail joints. Boom. Check out, boom. Let's see if it will. So it still didn't take out. So Monday. Let's look at the day chart. Okay, because since it's saying that it's going down, so the trend is going down right now. That I get it's consolidating. It's consolidating. Probably gonna go down. So we're gonna look for this to at least bounce off this. Might hit the 200. All right, let's look at next play. All right. I figured these are the little things that I need to start doing if I want to be successful with this. I've been successful, but they whack my ass right back down. So yeah. But let me see. So we gonna go to the select grid. So if you would have got in this morning, tail wig boom, elephant bar. So you would have got in right here. Now if you would miss this bar, I would have got in on this bar. And let's see how. All right. So boom, color change. Color change. So yeah. So we got a lot of support off the 200. Bouncing off the 200. Boom. Boom. Let's see now. So we would have bought here. We still would be going. All right. We just looking for color changing, elephant bars, and tails. Boom. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Everything's still above the 30-minute. Still riding on the 20. 15 still riding on the 20. So I would say this is bull territory. So let's look at the day chart. So we still going up. Still going up. Now the play, we're gonna see what the play is. I think it's gonna go back down at least to about 11 something. We're gonna see. Well, lift. Oh, so we definitely played this one off the 20, off the 200. Open. As you can see, we have our trend lines. Boom, boom, boom. And if y'all don't know exactly where to place y'all trend lines, I would always suggest. Let me see if I could. Okay, you can always go here and get you some trend lines. Find out where your trend lines are. So let's go to Suno because that's a. Man, if you always want your trend lines, you can look at just a trend line, trend line, trend line. The 200, the 20, the trend line, trend line. So if you always want to know where you get some trend lines from correctly, you can always go to StandViz. They give you some trend lines. All right. Let's look and see what some of the buys. Okay. So boom. All right. Okay, matter of fact, let's look at all the places we could have bought. Okay. We went about there because whatever. Okay. This is a good place to since it's bouncing on the 200. Uh resistance. So support. So as it looked like the 200 was the support. Everything bounced off the 200. Everything bounced off the 200. So it looked like that was the support for today. Now, at the bigger scale, this was where we are now. At a bigger scale. So, we're going to wait. Okay, let's look at Peloton. All right, so this one, is tricky. But let's go look. Okay, we look at the elephant bars, tail, boom. Okay, now buy here, sit well, put it here, stop loss. Let's see what it did. Has it came back up to knock us out? So we definitely would have got knocked out this trade. Let's 15. All right, so let's look and see what it said. What time of day was this? All right. So If we were to buy, we probably would have bought in right here. We would have bought back into it. Well, I guess today was, yeah. So we saw what we see on the day chart. Let me see. Hmm. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, trend. Boom. So we're looking for up, upward momentum. You bounced off this trend line. So I'm looking to go upward. But let's look at the, okay, so boom, boom. All right, goodbye. A goodbye. You could buy right here. Especially right here. Definitely right here. But now, if you would have did that and then put your stop loss, you definitely would have got knocked out this trade as well. So I will say you want to go with the trend. And where is the trend going? Let me see. Boom. So the trend is going downward. I would think this gonna consolidate for a couple of days because earnings is coming soon. So look forward to jump back up. I'm looking forward to jump back up to play to the upside. All right, all right, all right. So we got Rivian. All right. So as it looks, it hit this trend line, and now it hit this trend line, this wedge. So consensus went down. Oh shit. Okay, this was for today. So today, now if you would have bought in here, the move would have been about as boom buy here, take profit here, or sell, buy to here, let it put your stop loss. Stop loss still wouldn't have been activated. So, but let's see where the trend is going. The trend is going downward. So we're gonna look for this stock to go down. What's the next level? Boom, boom. To about 1767, whatever. All right, boom. That's Rivian. But okay, let's see if we can identify some of the buys and sells, the elephant bars, elephant bar, elephant bar, boom. The sage sell, so the tail. You can look down here as well. So boom. Definitely would have been a good buy right here. Mm-hmm. Snap. Go out to the big chart. Okay, let's look at this. Boom. So as of now, it's going under the 200. So I would look for a bullish buy, bulls take over. That's what I'm looking at. I could be wrong. All right, so let's look and see some of our elephant bars. Okay, elephant bar, elephant bar. This would have been the best time to buy. Boom, take profit, sell, stop loss. We still be knocked out. We will still be in the trade. Stop loss, boom. And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. And so forth. So with this one, we could look at shoot to 12. Earnings is coming up soon. So it's death all. Then it's Tilray. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this one does. It's gonna be interesting. It's split. 1 in 10 split, reverse split. Yeah. Okay, so it reverse split on the 2nd of December. So it's pretty much the marijuana bubble. Color change. Right now I'm just looking, see on each how it's synchronized. So is it still going up? Did we get knocked out the trade if we would have bought? No. All right. Now, if you wanted to take profits by looking at the 15, and then with the 30-minute, it's just crossing over. So let me look. It could be a buy. All right, we got two more to look at now. All right, so let's look into it. Okay, from opening, boom, it took that out. Pressure stop. But by stop, boom, boom, boom. He still would have been in. Could could have ball here, narrow, wide, narrow. Let's look at it. Hold on. Narrow. Color change. Stop loss with probably still be in the trade. Right now, it's like it's going over the trend line. Yeah. But it's going in the downward. So let's see if we're gonna go bearish. Bearish. We're gonna see if it's gonna go bearish. All right, and we got the last one for today. I think we've seen it already, but hell. Under Armour. All right, let's see if we can look and see if we can identify. I always trade close to the 220 MA. 20, 200, it all depends. But when it's close to the 20, when the 20 is close to the 200, that's gonna be a hell of a hell of a buy. All right, y'all. You know, we just sat back and looked at our what we did today, the patterns. So this bouncing off the 20 right now. So either it's gonna go up or down. Up or down. It looks like it's been rising. It looks like it's been rising. Look like it's been rising. Like it's been rising. So yeah. All right, y'all. Well, concludes this concludes today's look through. See if we just can identify some of the things we are trying to accomplish now. All right. Appreciate y'all coming for stopping by. Yeah, we gonna do this journey, see where we gonna go, because we not gonna give up. The market done whooped us already, so we finna whoop it back. So yeah, hold on. Let's start. Okay. With that being said, thanks for y'all. Thanks for dropping in. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what